Hey guys, welcome to our new video. Today, the topic we are covering is student loan worth it uh, according to our current marketplaces and the job market? To talk about this topic, we have Mabul sir with us. Hello sir, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. So our topic is quite relevant to the students and our audiences. So my let's go to the first question. Should an education loan be treated as a financial investment, and what factors determine if it's worth it? What do you think about that?
Apurva, this is a very interesting question. Many parents have come to me and asked about this question that their kids are going to university. Is it worth it? Because
Yeah,
the industry is changing so quickly, and what is happening is the education system could not keep up with this rapid change. And especially the wave of the AI is so fast that every day you wake up, there is a new extension of a new model or new capability. And education system has been built that usually when we create an education system that stayed stable for a decade, 5 or 10 years. You didn't need to change the material. So
yeah,
there has been a gap, and that gap is widening between the education system that we have and what the marketplace wants with this. So this current moment who are coming into the education system, and if they are willing to take a loan, I would be very skeptic. I would be very cautious because the loan that you take, um, it will be very difficult to pay back that loan. Now, if you're not taking a loan, you are getting into the university, I would say go for it, because university is not only learning the knowledge, but it's also developing yourself. But it's not worth having a big loan unless unless the curriculum of the education is adjusted to one that is for 2030, not for 2020, not for 2010, right? So this generation who are right now in this transition, I would say be very careful. But if you were to ask this question to me in 3 or 4 years from now, I think then would be okay, because I think all the curriculum across the world will change and will bring AI as a tool to enable, whether they're doing history, whether they're doing geography, whether they're doing science, whether they're doing maths. It will become the calculator of, just like we use calculator today in maths to solve more
yeah,
complex problem. AI will be a
yeah.
tool that will be part of it.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your uh, light on this topic. So, if I go to the next question, like people are getting loans for completing their degrees. So, do degrees still hold strong value in the job market, today's job market, or are skills becoming more important or more valuable according to you? What do you think?
It depends where you are. Okay,
Yeah,
if you are in a traditional industry, or if you are in a country that has not adopted or embraced AI fully, then the traditional degree still matters. You will not get a foot in the door if you don't have a bachelor degree, you don't have a master degree. But if you are in Silicon Valley, and I expect the Silicon Valley is the epicenter of technology, any new technology. And this
yeah,
epicenter expands over time, right? It expands in across US, across Atlantic, across Pacific, and goes to Asia. So there is a time gap between what happens in Silicon Valley, then what happens in South Asia or Southeast Asia. So
yeah,
what works in Silicon Valley will not work over there, because we are living like in the future for South Asia in technology world point of view. In
yeah,
Silicon Valley, actually, what I'm seeing is that your degree is put to a side unless you have a degree that says I have done on AI and I have done on from Stanford or Berkeley. If you don't have from those marquee universities, and on those specific area, AI specifically, or
yes,
quantum specifically, or cybersecurity specifically. Other than that, almost any other thing does not matter. So you could come out of a Stanford University and
Yeah.
still not get a job because it is not relevant. So what matters is your experience, practical experience using AI in whatever sector you are doing, so that when a company is hiring here in Silicon Valley, knows this person knows how to contribute to the company's product and solutions immediately.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. So, moving to my next question regarding to this topic, how can someone realistically evaluate the return on investment or ROI of their degree before taking a loan? Like, how do we evaluate this? How can student evaluate their ROI according to you?
Now, my advice, as I said, my advice is not the advice of today, what is going to help you sustain and be resilient in a economy which is evolving very fast and where AI is becoming the operating system for every industry.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which vertical industry you're going. In such thing, I would say that um, the way to evaluate is, if you don't, if your university does has not embraced AI as a tool, I would be very careful and very cautious. Even the time, I rather go to a community college or join in, um, maybe do a study, because I think degree matters, parents like it, but in parallel put equal or more emphasis on doing internship or going to a company that is enabling and doing something with data and technology, more on the technology like AI or quantum or cyber. There are very few of them. Other than that, if you're doing mobile gaming and app development, yeah, okay, but not really that much. Okay, so put your degree, when just 3 years ago your degree would weigh 95%, right, of your capability in getting a good position. I think today it weighs less than 40%.
Okay. Okay. So thank you, sir, for clearing it out. So my next question for this topic is, how has the current job market, including AI and remote work, changed the value of traditional education? What do you think about this topic?
It's totally uh, decimated. It's totally destroyed the traditional education. It has learning and repeating. Our education has been learned by heart and try to repeat it. Most of the education has become obsolete. You need to be able to develop critical thinking. You need to be able to develop imagination. You need to be able to develop communication techniques, how to handle with people, how to negotiate. So you need a lot of the people skill. So people skill has become more important. Empathy has become more important, and critical questioning and thinking has become more important. So you have to be driving the AI tool, because the tool is going to do what you want, but you need to be the driver. You need to be the architect. You need to be the orchestrator. So that's what is required in the education. So the traditional education is, from my opinion, living in Silicon Valley again, from that perspective, is useless. And people who are not in Silicon Valley, which is majority of the people, it's just a matter of time. You may not appreciate what I'm saying right now, but in 3 years from now, you will say, oh, maybe I should have taken a certificate. I mean to say a certificate on AI from a Google or I don't know, NVIDIA, or from us or anybody, would weigh more than your bachelor degree. Think about
Yeah.
that. You're going to spend 4 years, get a bachelor degree, and you have a degree on using AI. That AI degree is going to weigh more than your 4 year of bachelor
Yes.
degree.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. So, closing our video, my last question is, if you have any suggestion, like in today's situation, when does taking an education loan make sense for you, and when it should be avoided? What do you think about that? And this will be our closing question. Thank you.
Take education loan in area where you are dealing with humans. Okay, if your job is interacting with a machine like a PC, okay, like you are going to do coding or you're going to do design, you're going to means you are interacting with a your deliverable is through a digital means, right? And that doesn't that is not involving AI tool. I would be very careful. So in other words, if you're going in healthcare, in nursing, you are going into carpenter, you are doing electrician or something that requires you are setting up the data center. You are a doctor, but not physician, but more in the hospital, who are doing some physical activity and also engaging with the patients, right? Even the general practitioner. As soon as you are dealing with another human being, I think that's where that's worth it, because there will be a return on that, because human being loves to be dealt with another human being and trust. But many of the jobs that are like, can you design this, can you create that, or can you write that software, can you build that app, you are not interacting with a human. And those are actually machine AI learns it and they can do it better and they don't make any mistakes. So that's how I would decide, and I would say three things: creativity, critical thinking, and also communication. If those things are part of any of your job profile, those things are there, you may take the loan. You can take the loan and you will have a good return on investment, because those jobs are there to stay.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for talking in this topic. So, we are going to close the video and end the video here. If you have any questions, you can ask on the comment sections. And if you want to know more about the job market and job-related topics or other topics related to AI, you can follow us and subscribe to our channel and ask us about these topics, and we'll try to answer it. So from me, it is a goodbye today, and thank you for watching. Hope to see you again. Bye bye.